Hi everyone, today I'm going to be presenting to you about Jason Wu. Jason Wu is relatively new to the fashion design field, and he's designed for one of my favorite celebrities. I'm so excited to share with you today all the knowledge that I've learned about him from this presentation. Okay, so a little bit of background about who he is. He was 36 years old, and he was born in Taiwan. When he was about 9 years old, his parents moved to Canada, and so he attended part of elementary school, middle school, and high school in Canada. And then when it came time to go to college, he came to the United States to attend the Parsons School of Design in New York. So a little bit about his personal life. Jason currently resides in Manhattan, New York with his husband Gustavo that he got married to in 2016. They don't have any children. Okay, so now I'm going to break down all the parts of his life a little bit, and we're going to start with his early life. Jason started sewing because his mom bought him a sewing machine when he was a kid, and like most kids, he had a lot of dolls, so he would make their clothing. Since dolls are so tiny, it forced Jason to be very detail oriented and pay attention to all the small parts of dresses. At only 16 years old, he worked for a company called Integrity Toys, making doll clothing, and only a year later, he was named creative director of Integrity Toys. You can see in the pictures to the left, those are three of the dresses he made for Integrity Toys, and like you can see in the one on top, it has very small embellishments on the shoulders, which probably took a lot of careful precision and time to put those on. In 2001, Jason left Canada and moved to New York to attend the Parsons School of Design. Parsons is literally in the very heart of New York City, and it's the #1 school in the United States for fashion. A lot of people think that it's FIT, but it is in fact Parsons. And Parsons has had some famous alumni that you've probably all heard of, consisting of Donna Karan, Marc Jacobs, Alexander Wang, and more. And although Jason did start his college career here, his real career began to take off when he was in college, so he attended Parsons for 2 years and then he dropped out, so he never actually got a degree from Parsons. So on to the beginning of his career, when he dropped out, he worked for 3 years on his first collection, which he was ready to release in 2007. Since collections are very expensive, especially considering Jason gets all of his materials imported from Italy and France, he had the money to do so from his earnings from Integrity Toys that he made when he was a teenager. And the dresses in his first collection were actually used by a faucet company to advertise their faucets. As you can see in the pictures to the left, there are faucets in the top picture, and then those are actually real models wearing his dresses that they took pictures of underwater. In 2008, he was awarded his first award, which was called the Rising Star Award. Moving on to my favorite part about Jason Wu, we're going to talk about when his career took off. In 2008, Vogue's editor-at-large, who was also the fashion advisor for the Obama family, introduced Michelle to Wu's designs. She immediately purchased 4 of his gowns that weren't custom made, and those ones she just found on his website and bought them. But shortly after, Wu custom designed the dress that she wore to Obama's inaugural ball, which is the dress you can see to the left, which is a beautiful white gown with fun little details. Over the years, many of the dresses Michelle Obama has worn were designed by Jason. A lot of the dresses you've probably seen her in on the news and stuff were designed by him. And many people credit Michelle Obama with his fame because when he became famous was right around when Obama was getting put into office, so all the dresses Michelle wore to events were designed by him. So when people saw her on the news and they began to talk about her dresses and how beautiful they are and ask who designed them, she would say Jason, and then people started looking into who he was and got to know him. On this slide, I've included some pictures of what are known as his iconic garments. These are all dresses that have been worn by Michelle Obama, and these are what really brought him into fame and what people know him for. I think my personal favorite is the one on the right, the navy blue one with the yellow and pink. I just think that one is so fun and different. Another great celebrity Jason has designed for, in addition to Michelle Obama, is Reese Witherspoon. As you can tell in the dress to the left, it might be kind of hard to see, but the black part is embroidered so you can tell how long that probably took. Then on the right, it's a more simple, sleek dress, but it still has little cutouts to add a little bit of detail. So what did Jason do when he was in the center of fame? He says he gave himself 24 hours to celebrate designing for Michelle Obama, and by this he means he knew in an industry like fashion that changes every day, he could still become irrelevant tomorrow. Although designing for Michelle was amazing, he told himself that he needed to keep working and producing more things to keep up his fame. In 2011, he launched his own website, which has ready-to-wear items and fragrances. His goal for the website, by making a ready-to-wear line, was to make things that were affordable for everyone and not just celebrities. And then in 2016, he designed a new line on his website called Jason Wu Gray, with the goal of making less formal and more casual clothing. Although his goal was to make his line affordable, you can see on the picture to the left, that dress right there is still $1,750, And then on the right, that is a picture of something from his Jason Wu gray line, which is more casual, and that plain black tank top is still $195. So while it's probably way cheaper than the celebrity dresses he makes, it's still not in a price range for me, and I don't think many people would consider that affordable. Jason did, however, have a more affordable line. In 2012, he had a line that was sold at Target, but due to a low volume of sales, it actually did not last long and was gone in about a year. The garments were sold at reasonable prices, such as shirts and sweaters could be seen for around $20. You can see to the right, that's a picture of the line. It's more casual stuff, still stuff you could wear to work maybe, but again, it didn't do so well and it was canceled. So what is Jason's visual aesthetic? He says that his goal is to aim for designs that have a polished glamour look while still having small details to make the items more visually appealing. By polished glamour, he wants his clothes to be something that people can wear to work but can still have a little bit of detail to them. As you can see on the picture of the top, it might be difficult to see, but it has tiny little buttons on top is a nice detail. The picture to the left, I like how it has like the fold over on the bottom, so it's not just a plain flat shirt. And then on the right, I like the little ruffle there, so again, it's not just a plain skirt. It has a little bit of detail to make it a little bit more fun, but it's still something you could wear to somewhere such as work. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about his target customer and where you can get his items. Jason aims his lines at women who are starting to get a little bit older, but still want something cute and fun that makes them feel young. Most of the clothing in his line are stuff you could wear to work, and he also has some extravagant dresses that you could wear to fancy parties. As you can tell by the women he designs for, such as Reese Witherspoon, Michelle Obama, and more, his target market is women around the ages of 40 to 50. If you wanted to buy his stuff, you could find it in some stores such as Nordstrom, Macy's, and Saks Fifth Avenue, or if you wanted to look at his website, it's www.jasonwustudio.com. Most of his sales happen on his website, and in stores it's just a limited collection. That wraps up my presentation. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a little bit more about Jason Wu. Here you can find all the places where I got my information from.